Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Sure. So, Netccentric Limited is basically a pioneering and established provider of social media influencer marketing solutions, and we're rapidly commercializing an innovative social commerce platform. Recently, we also announced a joint venture to actually launch a Web 3.0 platform as well, leveraging on our influencers. I'll talk a bit about as we continue. We have end-to-end expertise spanning influencer marketing, social media marketing, performance marketing, video content creation, and social commerce. And we use the data and insights from our influencers and creators that we have to actually grow our diversified revenue streams. Today, we have more than 300 clients with more than 15,000 influencers across our 4 offices with more than 100 employees in the group. We've actually got a diverse range of blue chip customers. FMCG companies like Unilever, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, all users for influencer marketing in the region. People like KFC, McDonald's on the retail front as well users to access influencers in Southeast Asia. The company itself was formed in 2006, listed in 2015, and I acquired a majority stake in the company in 2020 and kind of expanded the business into the live commerce or social commerce segment. And recently, we basically announced our expansion as well into the future of the internet, which is Web 3.0. So we have end-to-end growth solutions today. Nafdang, which is our core business, is basically our social influencer and content marketing platform that contributes a majority of our revenue. Performance marketing is our second largest contributor with 20% of our revenue, followed by social media management, where brands come to us and ask us, we not only want you to engage with influencers, but we also want you to, for example, to manage our social media accounts, our third biggest contributor. And our live commerce platform that we started about one year plus, 1.5 years ago, basically contributes 1% of our revenue, but fast growing at this point. So we handle everything today from awareness right down to revenue for our clients. We have a comprehensive platform to serve a large market. So the global influencer marketing market is actually expected to grow from $6 billion to $24 billion at a CAGR of growing at a CAGR of 32% year on year. And Asia Pacific is set to lead the growth. We basically have an end-to-end ecosystem and are building a super app where influencers can come in and access our branded campaigns, sell products through live commerce, basically through Facebook Live, create merchandise that they can sell to their consumers, access media, learn how to be a better influencer, and also perform CSR. The super app that we're building is basically a Web 3.0 super app that will basically integrate all of this into one app. Just like what Uber is to drivers, this app will be to creators. And at the same time, this app will also enable them to collect payments and also finance the payments. So we pay out to influencers, for example, every 60 days to 90 days. So we're now working on a program that will enable us to basically finance those payments so that the influencer can get it upfront in their app. So what we are basically is what Uber is to drivers, we will be to creators. And then we're basically then also going to enable financing of the payments. There'll be a wallet in that app and we'll also enable financing of the payments. So imagine what Sezzle, for example, is to consumers. We will be to creators and influencers as well. So that's the next phase as we expand into the new generation of the internet. Our competitive advantage basically is influencer marketing. A lot of people, when they think about influencers, they actually think of the Kim Kardashians of the world. But if you actually look at Kim Kardashian, that's actually a very small percentage of the overall market. Less than 10%, if you see down there, less than 10% of follower volume actually comes from the Kim Kardashians of the world. A majority of the follower volume actually comes from nano influencers and micro influencers. Essentially, the 1,000 to 100,000 followers. And we have a database of 15,000 such influencers built over the last 15 years. And this enables us basically to mine that database to match the best influencer to the demographics that our clients require. And this has enabled us to become a partner of the large media agencies, as well as build a base of engaged clients, with 84% of our revenue coming from existing clients today. Now, competitors in the space are basically smaller players that really lack the depth and the data that we have built over the last 15 years. So in terms of business model, brands or agencies basically can engage us. We then engage the influencers based on the client's KPI, of course, with our super app. That matching be done through AI as well. And then influencers will then post the campaign on social media, which will signal the full delivery of the campaign. Clients then pay Nafnang, and we will then pay our influencer through our super app once it's ready. In terms of case studies, an FMCG brand actually engages. They actually wanted to reach 10% of Malaysia's audience. Malaysia has a population of 30 million. We got them an audience of 2.6 million with a cost per view of 13 cents ringgit, which is 13 cents ringgit, which is about 3 to 4 cents Aussie dollars, which was 40% higher than the usual benchmark, with an engagement rate of 4 to 9%. Right. So we were able to give a very good conversion rate to our client. And we also, on our performance marketing segment, we're also able to, for example, track the spends right down to basically revenue, for example, for e-commerce clients. So you see that the Malaysian bedding brand actually, after the engagers, were able to grow about 600%, 596% to be exact, within 6 months, with a return on ad spend of 15 times. So essentially, we are taking influencer marketing from just awareness right down to conversions and also revenue as well. Recently, we entered into a partnership with TikTok. TikTok is actually launching their own e-commerce marketplace in this region. And we actually partnered with them to launch, to become their multi-channel network, where we basically bring our influencers to help TikTok shop merchants to sell products on TikTok, and we entered into a revenue share arrangement with them. And we actually ran a campaign with 4 creators that conducted 3 major live stream sessions of 4 hours each. So in 12 hours, these creators actually achieved sales of $30,000 within 12 hours, right? So it was quite a success. We're now seeing how we can work with TikTok even closer to roll this out to more merchants and all our influencers. So we have an end-to-end ecosystem to support the influencers. So we not only bring them TikTok, but we also have them create merchandise that they can sell on different e-commerce platforms, and this merchandise then fulfilled by us through our partners. So the merch is the product we launched early in the year, which enables influencers to basically create their own merchandise and sell it to their consumers. Recently, as I mentioned earlier, we announced the launch of our Web 3.0 NFT creator platform. Now, there's been a lot said recently and over the last year or so about NFTs. So I'd like to talk a bit about on what we think is the future of NFTs and Web 3.0. So if you look at NFTs today, basically, it's actually using just a very fundamental part of the technology. It's basically images which are made unique, right? So what we are doing is not just images, but we are basically partnering with our brands. Between our brands and consumers, we're basically enabling our brands to issue NFTs, which will be co-branded with influencers. And these NFTs have actually real world usage. So for example, a handbag manufacturer can partner with the largest celebrity in Malaysia and issue an NFT that the celebrity can sell to their consumers. And this NFT then can be brought back to the platform in exchange for a real handbag, for example, right? And once that's done, the NFT still has a real usage. And so you can basically take the NFT, and every time you walk into a retail outlet of the handbag company, you can actually get points, or you'll be basically given redemption, you basically get discounts, that which revenue will then be also shared with the influencer, right? So this is basically solving the current 2 problems with NFTs. The first problem today with NFTs really is there's no real usage for it, because the usage is just basically making an image unique. But with this particular use case, the NFT basically will be actually have a real world use case. That's the first problem with NFTs that we're solving. The second issue that we're solving today is the fact that NFTs today is in a very niche community. So very few people actually can buy NFTs because it's difficult to use and it's not mass market yet. So with our platform, to buy an NFT will be easy. It'll be promoted by our influencers. Our influencers today reach a mass of 20 million consumers within our region. And so these 20 million consumers will be exposed to these NFTs and then can buy these NFTs with real world use cases that we will then earn a revenue share from, and the influencer will earn a revenue share from as well. And of course, this will all be facilitated through our super app and the payment platform on the super app. In terms of strategic expansion, of course, e-commerce live streaming is a very fast growing business. So some of you from China may know that actually e-commerce live streaming, where people sell physical products via live on e-commerce, actually is expected to contribute 25% of e-commerce volume. We have basically rolled this out in Southeast Asia, where a consumer can actually watch a product being sold live on Facebook. A consumer can interact with the influencer and then press +1, private message +1 to purchase. The buyer then receives the order, and then the whole purchase is completed with the fulfillment down by a warehouse facility, basically. So a bit on the traction we've got over the last 1.5 years. The first full year of operations for us was last year, and we actually processed 60,000 orders on the platform with a volume of $4 million processed. Our key anchor user, which is also our investees, actually processed more than 100,000 orders last year with over 500 products from 300 merchants. We partnered with Aeon, which is a large Japanese originated supermarket chain here in Malaysia, where we actually delivered 62,000 views for them and 42,000 engagements, where we actually sold mooncakes through Facebook, through our platform, utilizing our influencers. The bedding company that actually had 12 live commerce sessions. So live commerce is the future. It's going to be used not just by large companies, as we demonstrated here, Aeon, but it's also going to be used by the smaller SME. And we essentially have the platform that enables that. And we're now one of the leading players through eShop Live here in the region to make live commerce work. In terms of traction, you can see quarter and quarter, we've got a significant traction growth for our platform. Of course, Q1 traditionally is a weaker quarter. That's why you see there's a bit of a drop in Q1. But of course, we expect that to pick back up as you can see from last year, Q2, Q3, Q4 is always kind of growth quarters, right? In terms of financial highlights, our revenue grew 18% in Q1 of the year to 2.86 million in the quarter. EBITDA grew 225% from 24,000 to 79,000. This includes the investments we've been making into live commerce, of course. We believe in sustainable growth. We will invest in future growth drivers, for example, live commerce, and of course now as well Web 3.0 through our NFT platform. But our intention is to keep the company sustainable moving forward as well. We have strong liquidity to execute our growth strategy with cash and cash equivalents of 5.4 million as at 31st March 2022. In terms of breakdown by basically business segment, our influencer platform, of course, contributes a majority of our revenue, with our performance marketing platform being the second biggest driver of our revenue. In terms of strategic outlook, we're of course pursuing a fast-growing influencer market opportunity. We see growth through continued expansion into social commerce, scalability through automation. Our investments into automation, including the Web 3.0 platform that we're rolling out, will allow us to expand not only to the SME market, but also to the O2O market as well. So we're looking at from branding right down to e-commerce through our social commerce platform, right down to using NFTs to enable real-world applications as well. And we also see growth through potential acquisitions. We are exploring potential M&A opportunities to expand regionally as well. So based on investment highlights, we're EBITDA profitable today with a fast-growing business operating within a rapidly emerging influencer marketing industry. We're cash flow self-sufficient with comfortable cash reserves. We have a complete business growth ecosystem. We provide proven end-to-end solutions for effective go-to-market. We have first mover advantage in this industry, secured through our large social media influencer community with our regional expansion strategy. We're trusted by established brands and leading agencies, led by myself. I've been around the block as a technology entrepreneur, supported by experienced board and also a strong management team. And our new investment into Web 3.0, social commerce and automation offer potential to deliver scalable growth to the future. That's all I have for today.